Before initiating statistical collaboration, statisticians usually have several key questions that need to be answered in order to provide proper guidance. The top questions to be answered are likely about the research question, statistical hypothesis, study design such as what are your treatment groups, are you randomizing or not, outcome variables of interest such as continuous or binary or perhaps time to event, potential covariates and confounders that affect the causal pathway, or any other factors that will impact the results and interpretation. Now let's walk through a real-world example of a request for assistance on a study of micronucleus induction measurement. For this example, the information in a kickoff email provided by a scientist is pretty typical. It provides a rough information about the study design and the research goals, but many details in the list that were just described are still unclear. That is where the prep sheet comes in handy. The scientist is invited to fill it out to the best of their ability. As you fill out the meeting prep sheet, remember, this is not a test, and the statistician is there to help you. If you don't know how to answer a particular question, that's completely okay and actually helps the statistician know where to focus the conversation. So feel free to leave a question blank or indicate that you don't know how to answer it. In this example, we'll focus on a few key questions on the prep sheet. For instance, item 1 asks about the research questions, whereas item 2 gathers information about the statistical hypothesis. Item 3 asks for information about the most important outcome variables that will be collected during the study. There are only a few rows in this table on purpose. Not all measures used in the study will be listed here. You need to prioritize the list of measures that are most likely to tell you if your treatment had an effect or not. Moving on to the second page of the worksheet, items 4 and 5 ask for more specific details around the study design. Item 6 collects information about the potential covariates and confounders that can affect the causal pathway and cause variability in your data. And finally, item 7 asks about any other information that might be useful for the statistician to know about that will help them with the design and analysis of the study. Examples of things that might be included here are blood volume limitations, or whether there are any limitations on how many samples that might be collected or processed during a day. While the worksheet aids in clarifying details about the study, some items may require further clarification. In this example, item 6 mentions that female rats will be used, while item 4 says only males. Item 4A mentions that 3 groups of 5 animals will be dosed with test items. A statistician would probably need further clarification on whether this means only 3 dose levels will be used. The information provided in the pre-sheet is comprehensive and full of details, which are important in order for the statistician to have a better understanding of the project and its goals. The details go a long way in helping the statistician prepare an appropriate statistical analysis plan paired with the design. We hope that this short example provides some focus and instruction on how to fill out the statistical meeting prep sheet. Thank you for listening.